They are removing the rubble by hand, piece by piece. This is Ricardo, peering into his collapsed home, searching for the bodies of his family.
Mi hermana se llama Daniela Roble, Georgie Roble, mi sobrinita Marbeli, Victoria y Vicky. Están ahí muertas las cinco.
La Guaira is one of the worst hit states. What remains of the town of Catia la Mar resembles a war zone. In this complex, there are still no official rescue teams. So the community does what it can without equipment or expertise. Ducla is Ricardo's brother and came from Caracas to help.
Y no pudimos prestar la colaboración porque no teníamos la herramienta, aunque sea fallecido, pero por lo menos sacar sus cuerpos, pues sí me entiendes. Bueno, no hemos recibido ayuda de nadie porque prácticamente para acá, como tú te puedes ver, como has visto hoy, aquí no sube nadie.
These images are too graphic to show, but Venezuelans see them with their own eyes. And the task in La Guaira is almost impossible. Since the double earthquakes on Wednesday, many thousands of people are feared missing, and with each official update come huge climbs in the death toll. Elsewhere in La Guaira, some help has arrived. Yesterday, 3 days after the quakes, Colombian rescuers speak to a boy.
¿Cómo estás tú? ¿Estás al lado del armario?
3 meters under the rubble. They make a hole to pass him food and water. 11-year-old Moses is somehow saved. Nearby, a young baby is delicately extracted by an international team, followed by the infant's mother.
¿Cuál es tu nombre? Vamos a ayudarte. Sí, venimos de Ecuador a ayudarte. Tranquila.
An elderly woman shouts praise the Lord as she is found by Ecuadorian rescuers. And a man is pulled to safety by a Spanish team. Fleeting moments of relief among this country's overwhelming grief. Now, 4 days on, hopes are fading of finding more survivors, and there's frustration at the authorities' response. Venezuelans were suffering before this disaster. Now, it is so much worse.
And there'll be a dubbed version of my report on our website shortly. Well, just before we came on air, I spoke to Gianluca Rampolla, the UN's humanitarian coordinator in Venezuela. He's actually in the worst hit region of La Guaira that you saw in the report there. I asked him what he's been seeing on the ground.
There are complete areas where the buildings have just pancaked and collapsed. We're talking about hundreds of buildings, and the rescue teams from all over the world have been operating now for 2 days, searching. Yesterday alone, they were able to save 6 people from the rubble.
What is your priority right now?
Saving lives. At this point, and has been for the last 72 hours, is searching for survivors under the debris and putting them out. It was essential, the mobilization of international support. And for this, we are extremely thankful to the UK and to the people of the UK for sending their teams in. There is limited capacity within the country, and at this point, we have little time left to still find people alive. It's also very hot. And so I think our useful time is today and tomorrow. Keep on pushing to ensure that we're able to pull out of the rubble and to free as many live people as possible.
We've been filming with a community in La Guaira that didn't have any assistance for 3 days. How much more help is needed? Can people still send help?
At this point, what is needed is what is going to be asked for. We do have all the assistance that is required in terms of expert search and rescue teams. We have medical emergency teams moving in. And at this point is what we need to focus on, is making sure that what comes in is used to the best avail.
Clearly, there's a humanitarian issue as well. Thousands of people have lost their homes. They've nowhere to sleep.
Absolutely. At the same thing, at the same time as we're searching, rescuing, and curing, we are setting up. We started yesterday evening refuge. We are working on multi-service centers that provide for shelter, provide for food, provide for water, provide for sanitation, provide for immediate health assistance. We have 3 spots identified, and with international organizations and in coordination with the authority, we are setting it up to cater for 10,000 people to start with. This is obviously a temporary solution, but an immediate one.
Who is in charge of this humanitarian and salvage and rescue operation? Is it the government in Venezuela, or is the UN taking charge now?
No, absolutely not. It's the government. The acting president has been deployed on the ground from the very moment the earthquake struck. There's been an authority that's been set up, led by a general, by a military, but they're working closely and hand in hand with all of us. They did ask, indeed, the support of the United Nations and coordinate the response. Through the platforms we have available, we did mobilize international assistance, and we're working together with them in ensuring that we are able to reach the most in need the fastest possible.
And just finally, the numbers of people who are missing are absolutely jaw-dropping.
The number that has been going around is a number that I cannot confirm nor validate. The reality is that we don't know, and it's highly speculative at this point. Together with the authority, we're trying to do it through a standardized process, but it's very difficult to determine at this point, and I wouldn't speculate. What I can give you are the numbers that the government and that we trust, because we're working them out with them, of people that have perished. The last number that was officially shared was 1,430 yesterday, and every afternoon government does a press announcement where it updates those numbers. Those numbers are expected to grow and will grow, and we know they will, and the government accepts it. We just want to mitigate that number, and we need to focus on searching and rescue.
Gianluca Rampolla, UN Humanitarian Coordinator, thank you for your time.
Thank you for the space.
Iran and the US have continued their tit-for-tat attacks, Iran launching drones